Ooh, are we playing with a Porsche today? Well, yeah, but not that. What about that one? Are we playing with that one? Nah, not that one. We're gonna play with that one. Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel, and finally, the first update on our 944 S2. First time in a really long time. So for those of you new to the channel or don't quite remember what all goes on around here, heck if I do, there's so much. This is the Plays with Cars YouTube channel, and we have 3 different project Porsches. Our original is this one, our 2000 Boxster S autocross track day car. You all have seen a bunch of that one lately. Our Cayenne S, the 2006 that you saw at the beginning of the video. You've also seen a lot of that one lately. And this one, which is the one we got in between those two. We bought this car last summer down in Florida and drove it cross country all the way back up here to Washington State via Tail of the Dragon. That epic road trip is all here on the channel. I will link to the playlist down in the description below. Anyways, since then, we had a little update on cleaning the car after driving it cross country and then taking it up to Maryhill for the Maryhill Loops Tour, which was really awesome. And then that's it. You haven't really heard anything about this car since then. Well, there's a couple reasons for that. One is, as you can see, is the battery is charging. It's been sitting in the garage, collecting dust, doing nothing over the winter, because during all of our massive snowstorms and stuff, I don't want to drive this car. It's too special to me. It's too important. It's too low. It's on too summer of a tire, and it is okay if that one sits the winter out. Also, it was a Florida car its entire life. It doesn't like cold so well. It does great in heat, does not like being cold. So, you know what? It's fine, car. You can stay in the garage and be fine. Anyways, she is all good. We haven't had really any issues with her at all. During our cross-country drive, we did lose a lower shock bolt on the right rear, which we took care of in Colorado Springs thanks to some help from friends on the GRM board, specifically Keith from Flying Miata, which was awesome. Thanks again for saving our honeymoon. But anyways, since then, not a whole lot's gone on with it. We've done some drives with it, taken it to some things, but we haven't really done any events up here with it yet. And the reason for that was really just we got it here kind of at the end of the season. But we did have something go wrong, and I've been not really wanting to talk about this, but I have posted it on GRM and on my Facebook and things like that. I had a blowout in this, and it was something. So the tires that are on, they're Bridgestone Potenza RE11s, which were fantastic autocross tires back in the day, but I know I'm hearing a lot of you saying, Michael, those are really old tires. Yes, they are. The date codes on these are 2013. They are almost 10-year-old tires. And yes, I did drive cross-country on them last year. But you know what? Again, 8-year-old tires that were stored indoors properly the whole time showed no signs of failure. So, of course, my initial thought when I had the blowout was the tire failed, right? Something went wrong. No, it actually was not the tire's fault at all. Those tires were properly taken care of. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. I cut a tire. See, what happened was I had just stopped and filled up with gas all the way to the top, so I had a full tank. And I had 2 of my kids with me, so they were here in the back seat. And so all of that weight down in the car, we were merging onto the freeway, and it was an on-ramp that was a left-hand turn, so all the weight is loading up on the right. You can see this thing sits fairly low here in the back. I think we need to adjust the torsion bars to bring the back end up a little. But anyways, as we went around the corner, the body sank in and the tire touched inside. There is a seam weld. Try to get that on the camera there. You see that seam weld up there? It touched that seam weld and it cut the tire, and the tire absolutely exploded and obliterated at 70 miles an hour on the interstate. And you could see it really did a number on this thing. It looked really bad. We had tire marks all the way up here, scratches, gouges. It was really sad, really embarrassing. But we made it off the freeway safe. The car didn't crash. In fact, it behaved absolutely perfectly. I couldn't believe how destroyed the tire was. I thought it just went flat. It was completely like the tread came off completely. Anyways, the tire tread had actually come off the wheel entirely. We just had sidewall left with like chunks of it flying around. It was really bad. But we were able to get off the freeway safe. My kids were safe. I was safe. Was able to limp it home. We were literally at the exit here for the house, and I live less than a mile from the freeway. And at that point, it was just putter home at 2 miles an hour, whatever it was. Because by then all the damage had already been done. So we did make it home safe, and the car's been sitting ever since then. And that was all the way back, boy, a while ago. It may have even been last year. No, it was early this year. It was February. So it was all the way back in February. that all of this happened. Anyways, fast forward, I've been trying to figure out what to do with the car as I fixed up the paint. I did manage to get most of everything polished out through here. Thank goodness for single stage guards red paint. There's still a few minor pieces that I still have to take care of to detail it further, but you can see there's still quite a bit of rubber on here. This is a what's called a stone guard from Porsche. It's the same thing as this. It's a clear bra type material that was put on at the factory. They put them on these wheel lips. In fact, you can see them here on the front as well. You can see the little edge here that's caught on it. A lot of the rubber is on that, and I can't get it off of it because it's rubber on vinyl. So I think I need to actually remove this and then polish all the rubber out of that, get rid of these scratches, and then get a new one of these and put it back on. But you can see it did wear through the paint a little bit here too, so I might just have a body shop do this and actually spray a little, because it does need other paint work on it. This car has, how many miles are on it now? 216,000 miles on it. And you can see what kind of shape it's in. It's really, really nice, but this is original paint. So it is starting to show a little bit of wear, like here on the mirrors. You can see we've got kind of the little rock chips going. So I think I might bring it to my paint guy, have him do the mirrors, touch up that back. And then there's a couple of pieces on actually the nose isn't too bad. I think the nose has been done once before. But yeah, the nose has a couple of little spots on it maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'll touch the nose, but I definitely want to do the mirrors, have them take a look at that right rear and get it all fixed up so that side looks like this side, which is lovely. Oh, and that's what it was. These rub strips, I don't know. They're all kind of fadey and weird, and I polish them and they look good for a day and then they get weird again, and you can see like this has been sprayed not correctly. So I might have all of those sprayed just to get everything back to square one. But anyways, so I do need to take care of that, but the wheels and tires were a problem. See, this car's got 16s on it. They're the original 16s. I do like them for the originality, but y'all know I'm not an original car kind of guy. We have a set of 17-inch Boxster wheels, basically identical to these, just 17s instead of 18s, and they're narrower. These are I want to say the 9 and the 10.5. The 17s are like a 7 and a 9, which fit perfectly on the 944 S2, because the S2 is the later suspension version with the higher offset. So I had a set of those, and we were going to get those painted, powder coated, something done to them, and put, an RE71 RS or a Falcon RT660 or something like that on there to run the car, be able to do track days and all across that kind of stuff. And it's just been really hard to get a hold of tires. It's been really hard to get the powder coater to do his job. Like, not that it's powder coater's fault, just they're so busy, right? Everything is so busy, everything is so backed up. So what it ended up doing is deciding, you know what, let's go ahead and start working on the 16s now. So I just came back from the tire shop with this tire done. And I wanted to show this off. This is kind of the whole point of this video. This is the new Michelin. This is the Pilot Exalto PE2. This is designed to look vintage, right? So it's got that more vintage looking sidewall on it with the older Michelin Man and stuff. And then the tread pattern on it is also vintage inspired, but it's all modern technology, and they're actually like really decent tires. So I was really excited about these because it makes the car look more correct. These, you can tell, are like super modern track day looking tires, and they totally look out of place on the car when everything else is stock. So I kind of like that stealthy look of having the original style Michelin on it. So I do have the rest of the set. I'm charging up the battery on it so that I can drive this thing down to the tire shop and get the other three put on, which is probably where I will end this video at. And yeah, and then we're going to take it from there. So we're going to get some paint work done on this. It does have a cracked dashboard, which is very typical and common on these. We're going to get that fixed up, and then a bunch of little things. And we're looking forward to entering this thing into some car shows, doing some cars and coffee, some fun runs and events like that. We really, really, really love this car. We want to take care of it and do it right. So that's what's been going on with the S2 here at the channel. I hope you all forgive me for not telling you what's been going on. Like I said, it was something trying to figure out what happened with that tire, and then figuring out that it got cut was really a bit worrisome. So obviously I still need to take care of the suspension too. I'm going to talk to my suspension guy and see, because the suspension's been redone and it has conies on it, but it just sits, the ride height, it kind of sits like this, right? It's a little tail heavy. And the rear has those torsion bars, so I'm wondering if we need to raise the torsion bars up on it to make it sit level, or maybe even a little nose rake, just to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. So, and also, now I know better than to put two kids in the back and a full tank of gas and, go around a corner. So Anyways, lessons learned. We'll catch up with this after the tire shop. And just like that, we are done. Back from the tire shop. I did go ahead and get the other 3 done right away. So we're back now. We have the Michelins on all 4 wheels now. So these are the, like I said, the Pilot Exalto PE2s. Again, they have that vintage 1989 looking sidewall, which matches the year of our car perfectly. The tread pattern that looks at home on it. And yeah, it's sitting real nice. So you can see what I'm talking about when I say that the rear sits a little low. So we need to adjust the torsion bars on it so that the car sits more level and even. And that's about it as far as mechanicals go on it. She ran perfectly, drove perfectly. So yeah, get that mechanically fixed up and talk to our paint guy about the little bit of damage that's still there from back here. It's not too bad, but if you know if you see it, you come over, and that just kind of breaks my heart. But yeah, we'll go talk to the paint guy and see what we could do about the rest of that. And like I said, while we're there, see about getting these done and these strips done in the mirrors. And yeah, and then the paintwork on it will be back to close enough to being perfect. So yeah, that is Dragon Slayer's update. She is ready to go now. Got brand new tires all the way around that more match the vintage of the vehicle. And yeah, put her back in the garage, and we'll catch you in the next video.